This week's, sorry, let me restart. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Mittler Senior Technology class on Google Documents. Um, thank you all for being here. If you are new, welcome. And if you have been to a class before, thank you for coming back. So today we'll be covering Google Docs, as I said. Um, if you want to go back a slide, sorry. Um, So to get these classes together, we have to have a sponsor for every class. It just makes everything so much easier for us. So if you really enjoy these classes, please don't be afraid to reach out and to info@mittlerseniortech.com and try to sponsor a class. Our mission. So it is the responsibility of the younger generation to educate seniors about technology. The goal of Mittler Senior Technology is to cure the issue of social isolation within senior communities and to help seniors feel connected with our new world of technology. Our personalized classes strive to educate seniors on how to communicate with friends and family in the manner in which the world is accustomed to today, and how to use technological tools to enhance and simplify their daily lives, changing the world, changing the world one senior at a time. So, just a little bit of a resume for Mittler. We have impacted over 30,000 seniors in 10 different countries, and we have taught more than 400 classes. So, before we get started, I want to introduce you guys to a offering that Mittler Senior Tech has, where we have a computer basics class and an advanced computers class. Now, um, the computer basics class is a class um, taught by Jordan Mittler. I'm not sure if it still is just taught by him, who is the founder of Mittler Senior Technology, and it is a 10 lesson course. If you and basically you just get the ins and outs of the basics of your computer, everything that you really like would want to know about it. And then the advanced computers class is the same thing, but just much more advanced. So if that interests you at all, please feel free to sign up. Um, so the agenda for today. So today we are learning about Google Docs and just a little bit of Google. So we have to be able to create an account. We have to be able to learn how to use a document, and a document's very useful for like writing a paper, taking notes, anything along those lines. And then once we have created a Google Doc and have started writing, taking notes, we'll show you some cool tricks within the documents. And I will give this to Jack.
All right, so most of you, if not all of you, probably best know Google as a search engine, right? You want to know something, you look it up online, you Google it. And that's how it started out. But nowadays, Google does so much more than that. There's so many services that Google provides that you can use to perform all sorts of things, like Google Drive, Google Classroom, and Google Meets that can help you do all sorts of different stuff. So in order to access all these services, you're going to need to create a Google account or a Gmail account. And in order to access Google Drive, Google Docs, all these other things, you need to create this account. And as you can see, this is the screen that you get to when you're creating this account. And all you need to do is put in your first name and your last name, create a username on gmail.com, and then a password, and then that's it. You're good to go. It's very simple. So first, I want to talk about Google Drive. Google Drive is a free service that Google provides. And what it does is you can store files online in Google Drive, and then you can access them wherever you are using the cloud. And in addition, Google Drive also gives you access to a bunch of free web-based applications for creating documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and more. And we'll go on to talk about these in the next slide. So these services, Google Docs, Google Documents, this is for if you want to write letters, essays, flyers, text-based files, basically anything, any sort of document you would write online. This is just like how Microsoft Word allows you to write documents. This is the Google's equivalent of that. And at the same time, you have Google Spreadsheets or Google Sheets. And this is for storing and organizing information in spreadsheets. This is similar to how Microsoft Excel works, but again, this is the Google equivalent of that. Then you have for presentations, you have Google Slides, and this is for creating slideshows. And this is also just like how Microsoft PowerPoint works, but it's the Google like version of that. Google Forms, it works for collecting and organizing data. Like if you want to make a poll and then you want to see the responses to that poll, you would use Google Forms. And then Google Drawings is just for creating simple diagrams or vector graphics. So really they provide you with all sorts of stuff. So now you may be asking, why use Google Drive? Well, Google Drive it's one of the most popular cloud storage services available today. It's super useful. If you've never used a cloud-based storage service like Google Drive before, take a moment to consider the advantages of keeping your files online as opposed to having them all in person. It's much easier to do so on the cloud. And because files can be accessed from any computer with an internet connection anywhere you are, Google Drive eliminates the need to email files or save files to a USB drive. Because Drive allows you to share files, working with others becomes much easier. It's a lot more efficient than keeping your files in person or just storing them on your computer. Google Drive is very useful. So now how to access Google Drive. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to drive.google.com. So let's go there. Drive.google.com. So, you know, and then once you're there, you can click on the top right. You see the grid icon with the 9 dots. We're clicking right now. And then you can just click the drive icon. And you see once you're there, just getting started with Google Drive, you can, in order to create new files or folders, on the top left where there's a big plus right under the word drive, a big plus that says new on it, you can click there and you can create any new files or folders using Google Docs or Google Slides or any of the other things we talked about. And then it'll show where the files are located once they're created. Then the left menu bar, exactly. And then on the left menu bar, you can see all sorts of things. This just sort of sorts where all the files you create are. As you can see, it's My Drive. That one shows you all the things that are located in your drive. Or Shared with Me. If you were to go there, you would see all the things that are shared with you by other people on your drive. Or you can go to Recent right under that, which shows you all the recent files you've created. And the bottom is the trash, which shows you the files you've deleted. And then it's very useful. And at the top, you see that big search bar that says search in Drive. If you're ever struggling to find a file, you could just search it up. So let's say you created some presentation about ice cream, I don't know, and you want to try to find it in your Drive. All you have to do is click that search button and search ice cream and you'll find it. Now, to use Google Docs, so as we say before, you go to the New button in order to create a new file, and click Google Docs, and that automatically creates for you a new Google Doc document. And then on the top left where it says Untitled Document, then you can call it whatever you want. I don't know, let's call it Senior Tech April 14th. Why not? Because that's what this is, isn't it? Then if you click on the document, you'll see that little blinking line, the cursor. That's going to show you where the things you type will appear. And the great thing and you can type whatever you want. Today we're learning about Google Docs. Great. The great thing about Google Docs is, I don't know if you can see at the top in small letters, whenever we type, it says save to drive. Because the great thing about Google Docs is it just saves automatically. You don't have to click Command Save every time. So if we could type a little bit more, you'll see that when we type on the top, the thing that says saving dot dot dot, which shows how it's automatically saving. I don't know if you can see that up there. It's a little bit small. Um, but yeah, then we see all in the top, you see this sort of gray, I don't know, box, and it has all these different commands. Yeah, so every time you type, it automatically saves, as you can see right there. It's very useful. So then on the top left, we see there's this sort of gray thing that has a lot of important stuff on it. So first, we do see the arrow that's sort of pointing left. Yeah, that that arrow is for undoing things. Let's say I type something and I say, I don't want that to be there. You can click that button and it will automatically undo it. And then if after you click that button, you say, never mind, I want it back, then the button that's pointing right next to it, that's the redo button. That's going to reinsert all the things. Then to the right of that, you see the little printer icon. It's not very clear that that's a printer, but it's a printer. And if you click that button, it's automatically going to print to whatever computer you want it to. Let's say you want to print this document. It's very simple. It's literally just the click of a button. Then um, also you can see the one that says 100%. Let's say you're having trouble reading this and you want it zoomed in, then you could scroll and you can click 150% and it's much more zoomed in on your screen in case if you have trouble reading it or something like that. And then all the things to the right of that are, and then all the things to the right of that are sort of changes to the lettering, changes to the font in case you want a different font. It's very easy to use and it's very useful. Say I want to change the font to Roboto Slab, or you see now it's different. And you can increase the font size to make the words bigger on your screen. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Now, the great thing about Google Docs is it does more than just typing and writing. You can also insert images. So all you have to do is on the top, click the button that says Insert right under our title, Insert Image or Insert. If you click that and we click Image, and then search the web right there, then you can search the web for any image you want. Let's say we want a picture of ice cream. I don't know, I must be very hungry today. And you can just pick whatever image you want and just click the bottom button that says Insert and automatically insert it. And there's our ice cream picture. Another great thing about Google Docs and about Google Drive in general is it's so easy to collaborate. You can share this document with other people through Google Drive. If you click that button right there that says share, um, you can either add a specific person or you can press the button that says copy link at the bottom and you can just send the link to people. So if I wanted to share it with Amiel, for example, I could just type in the email address, send it, and it's so easy to use like that. And now Amiel will be able to access it through his Google Drive. Then if you go to tools, there's a lot of more cool features. If we go to tools on the top, right next to or near insert, I should say. And you click voice typing, like on tools. Yeah. Then what you can do is you can, instead of having to type everything out, you can just sort of verbally transcribe all your sentences into the microphone, and it will automatically paste into Google Docs for you. And it's very easy to use. If you don't want to type, you're not a big typer, then it's very simple. And then if you want to find a template for your Google Docs, you can open a new tab. And we can go to drive.google.com/templates. /templates, right? That's TEMPLATE. And you can see here, these are all these great useful templates for your document. Let's say you want to format them very nicely and you don't know how to do that. And here's what a resume might look like. Here's what a letter might look like. And this is great because they have the format for you. And all you have to do is just um, paste in all the information that you want to use. And it's great. So now that we've created this document, we can go back to our Google Drive. Um, and then I think we might have to reload the page. I'm not sure. But yeah, now you can see right there, there's our document we just created, Senior Tech, April 14th. Right there, it's right there on the page. Google Drive, it makes it very easy to find your documents. Or you could go to Recent if you wanted to find it, and it'll be the first one there. And it's right there for you to open. Or you could use the search tool and look up the name of the document, which is Senior Tech, April 14th. And as you can see, it's right there. So Google Drive really makes it super easy to find your files that you've made. And so then I'm going to send it back to Ryan.
All right. Thank you, Jack. That was a lot of information. I know that sometimes it can be a lot, but every video we have, I mean, every meeting we have is always recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you ever if you ever like heard something and then you didn't know exactly what you were doing, you can always go back to the YouTube video that we'll be posting shortly after this meeting ends to just see what you missed. Amiel, if you wanna. Perfect. All right. Please stay on the Zoom for the rest of these announcements. It would be greatly appreciated. We hope everybody enjoys today's class. I know we did. I know Jack and I did. Amiel. Um, uh, so like I said earlier about the recorded class, if you missed anything or if you want to like rewatch something just to learn it again, you can go to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out at info@mittlerseniortechnology.com. Info@mittlerseniortech.com. And then follow us on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. We've already gone over this, but just to reiterate, this is our computer basics class and our advanced computers class. So you just sign up. It's $7.50 a class for 10. And there's a 10 class course, and you can do either basic computer knowledge or you can do $10 a class and do advanced computer class. Um, Here we have the free live classes on Zoom. We're actually doing one of them now. So this is every 1 or 2 months. If you're on the WhatsApp, we send out a reminder every time we have one of these. Now I know these are every Sunday morning at 11:30 Eastern time, and for sponsorships. So we'll be offering sponsorship opportunities for each of our live classes at $50 a class. This is a great opportunity for our most dedicated students to contribute to our program and mission. So if you really enjoy these classes and you think, oh, I want to sponsor one of these classes, I want my name to be on this, then feel free to please email us, contact us in any way you can, and we will set that up. Our next live class. So I'm not sure exactly when that date will be, but we will send it out in the WhatsApp group chat. Um, so just keep an eye out for that. Uh, Mittler also offers some group classes, private lessons, and we have this cool little thing called Tech Tip Tuesdays. So for group classes, you can email Mittler Senior Technology, and we will figure out a way to either go on Zoom or go to your senior center, go to your nursing home, wherever you're staying, in person and or on Zoom, and we will just help you with any problems you have, anything you're curious about, and we will also teach you some things. So one more thing. Private lessons is a one-on-one 1 hour session for, I believe it's $45. Don't hold me accountable for that, or not accountable, but don't uh, rely on that number because I'm not exactly sure. And it's an hour long, and you can ask a Mittler Senior Tech teacher any questions you have about any problems. And then Tech Tip Tuesdays. So every Tuesday on our social media platforms, we post a cool little tech tip for free. And I know if you go to our Instagram or anything like that, and you just scroll down, and there's just videos after videos. We post one every Tuesday, and it's cool little tips on your phone. All right. Once again, thank you all for coming. I know I enjoyed teaching this class. Jack and Amiel also, I'm sure they did. Thank you all for coming. Remember to please reach out if you have any questions. Go to the YouTube channel um, our for this recorded class. And yeah, thank you all again. If you have any questions, please feel free to speak up now. All right. Well, thank you all for coming.